Recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I am thrilled to stand before the House today as the author of the Child Support Assistance Act, H.R. 2091. You know, across America today, we have 17 million kids, coast to coast, who benefit from the Child Support Program. In our great state of Maine alone, there are some 57,000 kids who need our help. Now, as a single parent myself, I believe that the most important job in the world is taking care of our kids. Now, unfortunately, not every parent believes that. You know, after a court determines that a non-custodial parent owes financial support for his or her children, there currently is, as Ms. Maloney stated, a 10-day waiting period between the time when the court determines that money is owed for the kids and when the state agencies can start collecting that money. Now, as a result, here across America, there's about $100 billion in unpaid child support, coast to coast. In the state of Maine alone, there's over $500 million that's owed our kids. So this bill, H.R. 2091, the Child Support Assistance Act, fixes a technical part of this law that is a common sense fix. As Ms. Maloney stated, it removes this 10-day waiting period. Now, what that simply means is that a parent that is supposed to be responsible for his or her children will have less of an opportunity, less time, to shift those assets or hide those assets in the name of someone else, or maybe even quit his or her job and be paid under the table. That is not right, and that is certainly not fair. We need in this chamber, Republicans and Democrats, to stand up and be compassionate and to help those 17 million kids across our country that need this support. Now, as a single parent myself, I know what it's like to work a demanding full-time job and to care for a child. In my case, it was one child, my son. I know what it's like to pick up my son after school and then to rush off to the grocery store and to do our shopping, get home quickly so I can start dinner and he can start working on his homework. And when that's done, we got to clean up, and I expect Sammy to do his reading, or I read to him. And then it's a bath into bed. And then while you're working on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the next day and thinking about what you've got to do with your own job, you get a few hours sleep after that before you have to do it all over again. Now, I cannot imagine, Mr. Chair, what it must be like for a single mom or dad to do this with 2, 3, or 4 kids. The last thing our single parents need is to worry about child support payments that they are rightly owed, that the court says they are due to help their kids put food on the table or buy a new pair of winter boots or to make sure there's lunch money the next day. You know, in this chamber, Mr. Chair, we speak about a lot of things, debt and spending and national security issues, but this bill is so close to the ground that it immediately will help our kids and our single parents who are trying to raise our kids under very difficult circumstances for a lot of them. So I am thrilled to offer this bill, Mr. Speaker. I am greatly appreciative of the tremendous bipartisan support, and I do thank Mr. Ellison for all of his hard work on this bill, and I do yield my time and encourage everybody to please support the Child Support Assistance.